how can we connect to the historic memory of cooperation and working together to both survive and also to thrive through sharing resources, through building relationships. More specifically around housing, I think we all understand that the housing affordability crisis has just gotten worse and worse, and I think that that has led, particularly as it's affected more of the quote-unquote middle class and non-people of color, that it has raised up to a much higher political interest, a lot more political will to address the issue, because it is impacting a much broader and more politically influential and powerful demographic of voters. And I think that community land trusts, as a little background, there's about 300 community land trusts around the country, different cities, different states. But I would say, like right now, there's a big push to either expand them or to start them in a lot of cities because of that need, that political need to do something, to be seen as doing something, which in some ways shakes up the status quo of what it could look like. And the reason CLTs, I think, are attractive is because they have, one, a history of being effective in the U.S. I think they also have a economically conservative argument for keeping housing permanently affordable. So millions of dollars every year in cities all over the country, federal dollars that come down from the HUD, Housing and Urban Development, are invested to create affordable housing, and in particularly encouraging home ownership. And the way those programs work, you sell a house that maybe the government invested $100,000 in a house in order to make it affordable. And the family that buys it gets the house at an affordable price, but 5 years later, 2 years later, 10 years later, they can sell the house for whatever they want. So that $150,000 house they bought, they can turn around and sell it for $300,000, which is great for that individual family's wealth, but not great in terms of creating affordable housing and building community and having stability. And again, there's more questions about, who knows about these programs and who benefits most from them too, which is another thing.